Throw out the first pitch, hold the ribbon for the Johnsonville famous sausage race, or watch batting practice from the field.
Ooh, what do I do?
Complete the entry form in Century's weekly ad and return to the store.
Oh, no, what happened here?
Oh, self-checkout couldn't handle my heater. Here, I filled out my entry form. Gotta go. Have a great day.
I'll go get the mop.
Enter by August 5th.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded.
We empower our people to invest in the community. We give them 40 hours of volunteer time.
We're doing it with a personal touch, with a desire to say yes to our customers.
You shouldn't have to work with a bank that sends their profits to New York City or Toronto. You can keep your money here and it benefits Wisconsin.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
We begin this morning with a timeline. News to us, news to, I'm guessing, most Packers fans. Micah Parsons yesterday letting us all know, Chew, it's probably going to be a little bit longer before we see one on the field. Sounds like I heard October now for when Micah Parsons will likely be on, and they were doing the 5 + 4 = 9 thing. When we were talking about Micah Parsons several weeks ago, when the schedule was released, we thought maybe he'd be back for the Bears game. Appears as though that will not be the case. Your initial reaction yesterday, Chew, when you heard that Micah Parsons is going to not be on the field likely until October, 9 months at minimum from when he injured the ACL plus. ACL plus because it was not just the ACL that he injured.
My first reaction was he is driving the bus. He is not coming back until he's 105%. Kind of a different attitude, I believe, than Tucker Kraft, although I think if Tucker Kraft steps on the field without a new contract, he is crazy because it is a different game. Do I blame Parsons? No. Would I have that same kind of attitude as a player? No. Did I play in a different era? Yes. But he's not going to come back and play until he believes he is absolutely ready.
It wasn't the 9-month timeline per the Packers? Isn't that what he implied?
Per this doctor.
Yeah, and I thought it was from his doctor.
So whoever did the surgery, but I guess the 9-month timeline, like I'm looking at this, like
The Bears game is still a possibility. Like he's going to start the season on PUP, which we kind of figured was going to be the case. Now, doesn't look like he's going to take advantage of the new rule of the PUP where you can start practicing 2 weeks into the season. Previously, you had to wait and wait for all 4 games. Then you could open up that practice window. Now you can open it up 2 weeks before and come off after 4 weeks. So if we always thought that PUP was a possibility for him. So that means he would miss through the Tampa Bay game. I think the Bears game is still on the table.
Week 5, October 11th is the Bears. Week 6, October 18th is who do they play after the Bears?
They play the Cowboys.
Thank you.
Did it sound like he's going to rush back, Gabe?
Well, no, but again, like the timeline, to me, I don't think it's changed really all that much. Now it's concrete, and I think he eliminated the possibility of him coming back in September because that's what he initially had said at locker room cleanout. Like, I'd like to get back on the field in September. So when the Packers schedule came out, it's like, well, to have that happen, having the Thursday game, that's not great. So we figured PUP was likely, and that still seems to be the case. And 9 months from his surgery, which happened on December 29th, would be September 29th. So I think that the timeline still seems like the Bears game's the possibility. Maybe he misses the Bears game, it's the Cowboys game. But I think we're still in the same ballpark of the games that we have been talking about ever since the Packers schedule came out.
Let's take a listen. We got Micah Parsons. Why don't we go ahead and take a listen to what Micah Parsons had to say yesterday about the 9-month rule?
Gonna have to give me some time. I'm trying to get Shefty here. We got a lot going on.
Hey, let's go. You got to be able to multitask on this show.
I mean, if you want the video of Micah and we want the video of Shefty, I don't think our system can handle that.
The only problem is that, Micah, they're playing the video on the YouTube stream.
Yeah,
and we can hear Shefty now.
This is part of the problem. But again, I think it just it comes. How is he feeling at September 29th? I think that's what it all comes down to. I don't it's great to hear him say this instead of having us speculate on it all, but it feels like the speculation we had was pretty solid. Oh, he's going to go on PUP. All right, now this is basically confirmed. Yeah, sure. So, I think the timeline is basically what we still thought it was basically this entire offseason. Just the thought of him potentially coming back is just it's not a possibility.
Okay, but maybe you thought it was that entire time, Gabe. Maybe you were always going, this is the timeline. But again, I think there were fans who were hoping that it would be shorter. And he's basically saying, no, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah, again, I think that hope existed. But I think the reality was, this isn't the first time we've heard PUP when it comes to Micah.
That's fine, but it's a totally different mindset than I believe Christian Watson and Tucker Kraft. I'm just saying.
Christian came back. Christian came back 10 months after his surgery.
Yeah, but the reason they signed him, I believe, early is so he wouldn't rush back. He'd completely. Gabe, can you be critical of anyone? I know you're such a nice guy. And it's not even being critical. It's just like, myself included, I thought it would be the third game. Now, his brother, who I'm sure he talks to quite oftenly, said it could be November.
Yeah, his brother
did say that.
His brother also speaks out of turn a lot. Like, his brother said some things that are right. His brother said some things that are wrong.
Said he wasn't being traded to the Packers.
Did say he was not being traded to the Packers.
I'm like, why do these family members have to get involved? And then I go back to number 4, and I'm like, okay.
How many family members did he have?
Huh?
How many? He had a lot of family members involved.
Yeah, he had cousins with radio shows in Green Bay.
All right, let's put a pause on this conversation because we do have Adam Schefter joining us at a unique time. Here is our Adam Schefter Open.
Everyone's go-to source for all NFL news.
And we're going to get right to some breaking news here that just came down. This tweet from Adam Schefter.
Adam's on the phone. Adam, you have more news? What do you got?
They're going with another move. And here is the man who knows all, Adam Schefter.
And Joshy's biggest fan.
It's nice to see Josh at the big boy table. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work, Josh.
It's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter on JGC is sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union.
Missed Adam Schefter yesterday, but fear not, he is with us this morning. Good morning, Adam. How you doing today?
Good morning, everybody. How are we doing?
We're doing good. I think you can probably hear in our voice this morning a tinge of frustration, and unfairly, right? But obviously, Micah Parsons is such an important, enormous part of the Packers' plans this year. It's understandable why fans and the like would want him back as soon as possible, but also understanding it's a serious knee injury that he is recovering from, and you want him to be 100% so that he doesn't have any setbacks once he does come back. So again, yesterday, Micah Parsons says, essentially the 9-month is the timeline. Do you remember when Adrian Peterson came back after 9 months and we thought it was a medical marvel?
It just froze here.
Uh-oh.
Does Adam have us? Adam, you got us? Check, 1, 2.
It looks like he's resetting.
Okay.
What a start today.
Yeah, this is great.
Well, it was a medical marvel, by the way.
Well, because that was like sick. Because he tore it week 16 or 17, and he was back and ran for 2,000 yards the next year.
9 months.
Yeah. Well, it was less than that, I think.
I'm pretty sure it was 9 because at the time it was a year recovery from most ACLs, and he came back in 9 months, and we were like,
looks like we've got Adam back
now. Oh, good, Adam, you're back. Okay, go ahead.
Adrian Peterson is a freak. And not to say that Micah Parsons isn't a freak. He is. He's a freak in his own way. But people have different pain thresholds, and people manage injuries differently, and people navigate different. Plus, I believe Micah had his ACL and his LCL. So that's pretty significant. And not only that, but he revealed yesterday that he had to undergo an additional meniscus surgery. So clearly, it was an extensive knee injury. Like, this is not run-of-the-mill ACL, simple ACL, back soon as you can be. There's more to this knee injury, and he's a thoroughbred. You want to make sure that your thoroughbred is able to run the way he needs to and the way he has to be back on the football field. So there are a whole host of factors. So you look at the Packers' schedule. They open at Minnesota. He's not going to play that game. They play at the Jets. He's not going to play that game. They play Atlanta at home, at Tampa, Chicago at home in the 5th week of the season, Dallas. Boy, Chicago, Dallas, I'll bet that's the area he's circling right on the calendar. That'd be my guess. I don't think he's going to miss that Dallas game. That's just I don't know that. Just going to guess that off the top of my head.
Adam, what are you hearing about Aaron Donald?
Well, quite a lot, because when the trade happened, obviously that was one of the things that came up. And Aaron Donald's 35, and I asked somebody with the Rams, could this happen? And they're like, we can't afford to pay him. We're already over budget and not going to happen. And then you spoke to other people like, well, other teams like, you could always find the money. And I think that Aaron Donald has to decide first and foremost that he wants to do that. Okay? He has to make the decision at 35 after being out of football for a couple of years. I'm ready to go play again. I want to go do this. That's the first factor. He's not there yet. Is he thinking about it? Yeah, he is. Could he get there? Absolutely. I think he could go either way. I tend to think that he's going to do it. It's just a gut feeling. Like, when these things come up and they're saying it's possible, that usually that tells you it's realistic, and I think it's realistic in this case. And he's not there yet. And people have said, later in the season, well, Aaron Donald's a full throttle guy. I don't think he's just going to say, I'm going to walk into the team in November. I think if he's doing it, he's going to be at camp. And they'd be smart about it. That's the other thing. He's not coming in like a rookie and going through 2-a-days or every practice. They'd be resting him a lot. It'd be controlled. He would have more veteran days off than anybody. So I think they could manage it, make it worth his while. The question is, could it and would it be worth his while financially? Because that would be a little bit of a struggle. How do you pay that guy who's used to making a lot? It's going to be one of those things that's out there for a few weeks, and we'll see what he decides.
He's probably driven by the ring, though, right, Adam? Because, you look at the Rams were Super Bowl favorites, I believe, before they signed Garrett. Now they're definitely Super Bowl favorites, and you add Aaron Donald, and they're even bigger Super Bowl favorites.
Here's the way. Look, and I've not spoken to Aaron Donald about this, and I don't know, what he's doing. But I remember Peter Schrager made the point the other day on Get Up that his plans when he got out of football were to become like a Hollywood movie star and do some movies. Have you seen a movie with Aaron Donald since he's been retired? I don't recall any. And so if you've been out of the game 2 years and you haven't turned into the Rock that some people were saying you could, where is he going to get more adulation, satisfaction, camaraderie, highs than going to play football for that team this year? Right?
Yeah.
And that's why ultimately I'm like, I won't be surprised if he comes around on it. But he might decide, 35, that time of my life is past. He could do that. But it's kind of out there. It's just floating. And the fact that it is floating tells me that it is certainly possible.
Adam Schefter joining us on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday, but he's still brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. Just like the moves made in the pros, Tony Wendorf and Associates, Keller Williams helps people make their own big moves each and every day. Trusted knowledge, superior service. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, make the move. Get in touch with Tony Wendorf and Associates. So with all the Micah stuff going on and kind of the timeline being a little bit more solidified, at least with him speaking yesterday, Shefty, part of the rumors that have been swirling around Green Bay, maybe they're interested in Josh Sweat. Is Josh Sweat going to be on the move from the Arizona Cardinals, his former head coach, now the defensive coordinator, and Jonathan Gannon in Green Bay? And yesterday, your colleague in Ian Rappaport said, nope, he's not going anywhere. What have you heard on Josh Sweat? Was that ever a possibility that he was going to get traded from Arizona to potentially the Packers?
I've always been told that nothing was close, and there may be reports now, maybe Ian saying now, like it not happening, and that's probably where it's at today. Could it change? It's possible. It wouldn't shock me if it changed down the line. I don't think a trade's close now. How many times have we heard people saying we're not trading somebody, not happening, and then only Myles Garrett?
I was about to say, I think you're describing the Myles Garrett situation right now, Shefty.
So like if that's happening, anything's always possible. But I have not heard any team being close right now on Josh Sweat. I was told last week nothing was imminent at all. And we'll see if and when there's movement as we get closer to camp, I guess.
Any idea what the asking price from Arizona is?
Well, they say they're not trading him, but if Josh Sweat were going to be traded today, what's my guess? Oh, I actually would like to ask people before I would answer that, because I don't like to just blindly throw out something. How old is Josh Sweat?
29.
What did Jonathan Grenard go for? 2 3s?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would guess.
Okay.
Adam Schefter.
Similar compensation to Jonathan Grenard.
Adam Schefter joining us now on the Yuengling Hotline, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Yesterday, Russell Wilson confirms he is retiring from the NFL, joining the CBS broadcast team. And per usual, Adam Schefter, when it comes to Russell Wilson, there was some, eye rolling. Why do you think Russell Wilson gets that type of reception? Here in Wisconsin, obviously, he was a member of a Rose Bowl team. He was wildly successful, transferred to Wisconsin when Wisconsin was not a hotbed destination for top tier quarterbacks. How do you square the reaction to Russell Wilson?
Well, first of all, Jen, he didn't say he was retiring, and he just said he was leaving football right now. Now, do I think that there's going to be another team in November that gets into a situation that needs a starting quarterback and is calling Russell? I don't expect that. But we've seen Phillip Rivers come out of retirement. And again, I don't think that's going to happen with Russell, but he didn't say the words retirement. And in fact, yesterday when I said to somebody, this video is a retirement video, they're like, no, this is just him saying he's going to CBS Sports.
Just so you're aware, Adam, on ESPN.com,
Yeah.
hopefully a valued resource for information regarding sports. It does say Russell Wilson confirms he's retiring from the NFL. So, again, I understand the nuance that you're expressing here.
Hold on.
Just want to know the
Jen,
information that is out
Jen,
there.
On ESPN.com, where it says Russell Wilson confirms he's retiring, I'm going to guess, is there a quote in there from Russell saying I'm retiring? Or are they saying the video posted is him retiring?
10-time Pro Bowl quarterback Russell Wilson confirmed Wednesday in a video posted to social media that he is retiring from the NFL. Sorry, I'm just reading the article here, man.
Yeah, well, let me correct the article. The article is incorrect. It's incorrect. He is leaving football for right now. He did not announce his retirement. And in his mind, we all think that he probably won't play again. The overwhelming chances, everyone. He did not say the words retire. People took it that way, but no, he didn't confirm he's retiring. He confirmed he's leaving football to go to see. I have a text from one of his right people. I said to them, is this retirement? No, he said he's confirming he's going to CBS Sports. So I know where I'm getting my information as opposed to me assuming that the video is a retirement video.
Adam, Josh Jacobs
Again,
But
I just want to be very clear. I don't think he will play again, and I think that is his unofficial retirement. So it's a technicality, but he didn't announce his retirement.
So you think it's more accurate? I just want to make sure we're all clear here. You think it's more accurate to say that Russell Wilson dropped a video on social media confirming his job with CBS Sports?
That he's leaving the NFL to go to work at CBS Sports. My next paragraph would be, nowhere in there did Russell Wilson say he's retiring, and I believe that he is open in the event. He's not going to say that with his new employer, but he is going to be open to any team that might call with the right opening at the right time. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't. I'm sure we don't. Like, he was a free agent on the street. In his mind, the way he thinks, which I have an idea of the way he thinks sometimes, he thinks he can play again. He thinks that he's better than some of these quarterbacks. He thinks some teams should be and potentially will be calling him. And he, in his mind, is leaving the door open to the idea that the perfect situation comes along. But he's not going to say that. So it's not a retirement video.
Adam, Josh Jacobs returned to OTA practice. We believe that the meat of the charges won't actually come to fruition. He may get a disorderly ticket or something like that. Does that still open him up to a 6-game suspension?
It's a great question. And the NFL, the CBA says the baseline suspension for any domestic incident is 6 games. My guess is the league will look into it. And if there's any activity that it deems that is a violation, yes, it could and would be 6 games. Now, I'm sure that his lawyers are working very hard to take care of everything right now. You know, make sure that the case is handled the right way, all those things like that. So we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I think if there's any sort of violation like that, it's 6 games.
Our conversation with Adam Schefter brought to you by Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin's sheet metal workers. If you want to earn more, build a career in the trades, this is where it starts. Better pay, incredible benefits, real training, real representation. This isn't just a job, it's a future. Learn more at smart18.work. All right, Shefty, the finals, it's here. Have you found your way into the building for games 3 or 4?
It sounds like it may happen.
Okay.
One of our bosses reached out and invited me. I've just got to figure out next week if and when I can make that happen. I appreciate them thinking of me. It sounds like I've got a chance to be at one of those games.
I got tickets to a game in San Antonio.
What?
You did, huh?
Yeah.
Are you going?
No.
Friday night?
My wife works with the legal counsel for the Spurs, who was nice enough to offer up tickets, but
wow,
I'm out.
You're out, huh?
I mean, Shefty, you have to realize that this is also the guy that once turned down an invite to play Augusta Nationals, so he likes to stay home.
Chewy does his own thing. Chewy, you're invited to Long Island to come play golf with me if you want. Anytime you let me know when you're going to do that. It's
Notice
gotta be
Adam only
non-football season.
extended that offer once he knew the likelihood of him accepting it was low.
No. No. That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Sure.
I'm not. Hey, listen, Chewy.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in the New York area, you let me know.
Okay.
Anytime
I
you want
got
to play
your number,
golf, you
too.
let me know.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
Adam, we appreciate you taking the time this morning. We know we got you at an unusual time, but it's always good to have your insight on the league.
I appreciate having me, and I appreciate you being flexible. We'll be back to normal next week.
All right. That's Adam Schefter. Hangs out with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every single week right here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.
And he's brought to you by the Island Resort and Casino, a premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, with everything you like to do in one awesome location. Visit islandresortandcasino.com and book your total experience today.
All right, we've got Jason.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
So far, we've got actually a pretty good ride shaping up. Westbound 94, a little bit tight right through the stadium interchange from 35th Street to Holly Road. Same thing for the flip side. We've got southbound 41 backing up from Appleton Avenue to Capitol Drive. Northbound is a little bit backed up from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. We do have a broken down vehicle on the left shoulder right about at Mayfair Road that's kind of adding to the headache. So just be extra careful heading through that. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies, very warm, high of 86. Tonight, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 64. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. June Sprint is up next, and it's coming up June 5th through the 7th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Bayview, the pig, is back. Piggly Wiggly on Oklahoma Avenue is completely remodeled, better than ever, and throwing a grand reopening you won't want to miss. Join us Saturday, June 6th for live music, free samples, and amazing deals all day long. Fresh new look, same friendly faces. Same locally owned Piggly Wiggly you've always loved, now with a new assortment, expanded produce, and revamped bakery and deli.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
Don't think twice.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that This guy's on the field. He changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
Gotta have a little shake it off next play mentality here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy as we welcome in Jason Wilde. Talk a little Packers. Good morning, Jason. How you doing today?
Next play. Why? What
It
happened?
was a clunky, odd, unusual first segment of the show, but we're moving on, man. Next play. Micah Parsons talked yesterday, gave a little more insight to the timeline for his return. What was your biggest takeaway from Micah Parsons' revelation?
The 9 month no football rule. And if it's 9 months from his surgery, which was December 29th, that means no football until September 29th, which is after the first 3 games, which I think there were some, and I never rule anything out, and he's obviously a freak. But I think there were some that thought, okay, Mahomes is at least of the belief that he's going to be back for the opener, right? Adrian Peterson came back from an ACL tear in like 6 months, and I think won an MVP. Micah Parsons is a freak. He could be back for the opener. Nope. Wrong. That's not happening. And now the question is, when will he be back? And I thought he was very articulate explaining the thought process, and thought he had a really good answer to my question about last year and talking about windows, and that this is a window and they don't want to have a wasted year if he comes back too early and re-injures himself. So it would appear, and he didn't even commit to the idea of being back October 11th for the Bears or October 18th for the Cowboys, but my guess is that Bears game could be his first game back if the timing, based on what he told us, ends up being accurate.
Jason, how would we react and the fans react if this was Jordan Love?
Ooh, interesting question, because what you're suggesting is you would have liked to have heard him say, I'm going to be back sooner.
Well, I think Tucker Kraft and Christian Watson are of a different mindset.
Mm-hmm. So, I was standing there listening to this, and I had a similar thought, not necessarily about those two guys, but I thought, here's a guy that we all, myself included, I find him incredibly charismatic. We all kind of enjoy listening to, and I know that I've talked to a few of my friends who've covered the Cowboys, and those guys who are around him for multiple years have a slightly different opinion, right? They think that he can be full of you-know-what from time to time. But that's a really astute question, because he definitely delivered the kind of news, and I think I was talking about this with Homer last night, he definitely delivered what you don't want to hear, right? And he did it in kind of a charismatic way, so, we all kind of just reported what he said. But, all right, Watson tore his ACL in January of 2025, right? At the end of the 24 season, early January. Not sure exactly when his surgery was. I'd have to go back and look. But he played in his first game on October 25th, which was 9.5 months, right? Now, as Parsons correctly pointed out, he also had meniscus damage that had to be, he didn't say if it was clipped or repaired. I will say this, having gone through this with Maddie with her meniscus, there are doctors that believe in repairing it. There are doctors that believe in trimming it and moving on, trimming away the foreign particles. And if you repair it, it extends the timeline for recovery. That's what they did with J.J. McCarthy, and that may have been the first domino of him kind of, it would appear, spiraling a little bit in terms of his start with the Vikings. So I don't know enough about the actual like biology of the surgery, but at the almost at the exact same time that Micah Parsons is telling us about his 9-month no football rule that's been put in place, Tucker Kraft is posting a video where he's referencing Ivan Drago in Rocky IV and that training montage that the big bad Russian goes through. So I think you make a really, really, really good point, and I have to take a longer look in the mirror because I think I kind of just took what Parsons said and didn't really look at it as critically as you just did, and I think you made a really good point.
But I mean, if he comes back when you're saying that, hey, and I think everybody, we talked about this with Shefty, Bears-Cowboys game kind of seems to be, all right, the circle. I mean, that's the same timeline that Christian Watson came back on.
Correct. Exactly. So,
and again, is kind of the same timeline for Tucker. I know Tucker's putting the social media videos out there, but Tucker also got hurt, 5 weeks before?
He did. You are correct on that as well. So I just, I think Chewy's point, I don't want to speak for Chewy, but I do think that he took an approach that's always dangerous. It's even more dangerous to have Chewy speak for you, though. Let's be honest. But he took a very transparent approach, right? Like most players present the image of they're going to have to hold me back. I'm going to do everything I can to be ready for the opener, right? He was, to his credit, he told it like it apparently is. Like, I don't think he made up the 9-month rule. I'm guessing that's what he was told. Now, he was a little vague on details. Like, does that mean 9 months, no football games? Does that mean 9 months, no football practice? What does that mean exactly? But again, I think the takeaway for me anyway is that I thought there was a chance that they would do what they did with Rashawn Gary a few years back, where they took him off PUP during training camp, and then I think Josh, you looked this up the last time we talked about him, and they slowly ramped up his snaps early in the season, and I thought he might start the season on PUP. In this instance, I thought there was a chance that Micah Parsons wouldn't start the season on PUP, and as you guys, on that day where I knew nothing, remember that? That was fun. Basically embarrassed myself on the show. Gabe taught me that they had changed the PUP rule. So if they were to PUP him, and he started the season on that list, he would miss the first four games guaranteed, and the first game he could come back for is that Bears game. But he could start practicing or doing some sort of light practices after 2 games. And I do think that might be very germane to the discussion about him and his availability.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, again, if it's hard and fast for 9 months, I mean, he would be practicing after the 3rd week because they play that Thursday night. Right. So that following week, he could start ramping up practice before they play Buccaneers, even though he would not be participating in that game.
30 days, half September, April, June, and November. So he'd be good to go on September 30th.
Jason Wilde joining us on the Yuengling Hotline, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Please enjoy responsibly. I did like hearing from Marshawn Lloyd this week, Jason. What was your reaction to hearing that he apparently went to California trying to get to the bottom of his injury issues? Something similar that we had heard with Christian Watson and sort of going to the clinic in Madison for the body, assessment and whatnot. What was your takeaway from what he had to say this week?
Yeah, and Marshawn Lloyd had been there too last year. Look, he has tried everything. I cannot think of a story, definitely not with the Packers, but even more so, I don't even remember, a prominent NFL story in my mind in the last 30 years where a guy out of 36 games has missed 35 of them and got hurt in the one game he played. I just don't know anyone who's had that rotten of luck. And again, the curmudgeonly third wheel of this, or I guess it's 4 because I'm on. But Chewy would also probably add, hey, there's probably guys that have had just as bad of luck, but they've probably played through more stuff, right? If we're being fair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got an incredibly positive disposition. He has never turned down an interview, despite the less than ideal topic that he knows everyone is going to discuss with him. So I've been very impressed with how he's handled it. But look, at some point, obviously the rubber hits the road here, and they've gotten nothing out of him for 2 years, and now given their running back situation, even before the Josh Jacobs situation came up, they clearly put some eggs, if not all of them, into his basket. And it's great that he's got a great attitude. It's great that he is exhausting all possibilities, basically moving to California with his girlfriend during the off season for a period to go to this place. But the bottom line is, at some point, you got to play football, and you got to play more than one game. And I did think it was unfair. This is why as you guys know, I hate the fact that we only go to 1 out of every 3 OTA practices, because we were there last week, and he did drills, but he didn't do 11 on 11, and people tweeted it out, and then aggregators, it all became, oh no, look, this guy, he's still not able to practice. Well, first of all, this week, Tuesday, he did do 11 on 11, and second of all, we don't know what he was doing at the practices we weren't at, just like we don't know if Trey Smack was struggling as much with accuracy in the other practices as he was at the one that we were at.
Jason, I want back on the Bouldathon.
Yeah, we're doing it every year, so
I've already got it.
He's already got it ready to
I
go.
can audition it for you. I will.
Sure.
Lucas Haversick will be the kicker opening game.
Did you test drive this yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had someone in our YouTube comments inform me that you had already staked your claim for the Bouldathon, which, again, I don't know how often you've been this far ahead of the curve. I'm a little concerned. Remember the Seinfeld episode where George and Elaine basically switch places?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're the one making really smart points. You're organized. You're ahead of schedule. You got great ideas. And now I'm coming on this show and having to admit I don't know jack.
Jason, ask him what's
here's the problem. I think Jen got me kicked off. Jen got me kicked off for, Jen, what was your bold prediction again? They'd win every game?
I said that they would go undefeated in the
and they lost
division.
Every game.
Pretty much.
So I think I was collateral damage. I just want back on.
Well, look, Jason can confirm or negate that. Jason, is Chewy collateral damage from my historically bad Bouldathon take?
No, we are all responsible for our own bad takes. I still think my Romeo getting traded was not nearly as bad as it ended up being, because they certainly were letting him walk, and that's exactly what happened. I find myself wondering if they just didn't get any offers whatsoever on him. Hey man, every person is a different person. So no, if your take sucks, which Lord knows you've had plenty of those.
Yeah,
we don't blame Gabe. We blame Josh.
I do.
Yeah, I was about to say sometimes I take the blame. And sometimes it is my fault.
So wait a minute.
Sometimes it is my fault.
What? Wait. So why do you say that about Haversick?
Because I've seen this movie before. I lived it.
You did. You
Yes.
Not only did you see this movie, but you had not a
had a
starring role, but you had a cameo in the film.
Yeah, I did. So that's just what my gut's telling me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, look, I talked to Trey. I was the only one to talk to him after practice, and he said what I would hope he would say, but I did want to. I was concerned when I wrote about it, and I know everyone tweeted it out, and that started a buzz on social media. It was not good. Do not get me wrong, but I think one not so great day when the wind was all over the place. There was one point where I was walking one direction with the wind at my back, and while I was still walking toward the other end of the field, it switched and it was in my face and blowing very hard. I would say that it was a challenging day. So I'm not ready to call him Brett Conway 2 Electric Boogaloo just yet.
It's tough to kick inside Lambeau.
It's very tough. And look, but again, I mean, he's got a lot more time to work on this, right? Like I've never covered a game at the Swamp. I'm guessing it's very humid there, but I don't know if they've got the same swirling winds issues and all the other challenges. Here's the one thing I have not liked about the narrative with him. I just think it's BS, this whole idea between him and Cam Acord about how it's okay to warm weather kickers have kicked successfully in cold weather before. This is nothing to worry about. I think the guys that he referenced, and credit to Cam Acord for doing his history, right? Like Ryan Longwell from Oregon kicked at Cal, successful in Green Bay. Mason Crosby from Texas kicked at Colorado, successful in Green Bay. That's true, but those guys were also really good, and they've both been the leading scorer in team history. Kicking in Florida, being from Maryland, does not mean that it's going to be easy to kick in the cold, windy conditions of Green Bay. He's going to have to learn how to do it effectively.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you again very soon.
Oh, we didn't get to talk about Russell Wilson. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Saving it for later in the show.
Well, and we got Jason's back tomorrow. If we really want to talk about Russ, we can do that with Jason tomorrow.
Great. Jason Wilde hangs out with us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You can listen to him on Wilde and Tausch right after our little program.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're getting ready to propose, the Jewelry Center, it's the only place to go. I trust them. Chewy trusts them. You should trust them as well. Now, maybe you have an idea you don't know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for in that diamond engagement ring for your significant other, doesn't matter. The team at the Jewelry Center has you covered. Take a look at our Pinterest page. Bring some of those ideas in. That dream ring becomes a reality. And with everything done in-house, could even cost less than you expected. Whether you're looking for a custom engagement ring or just want to have something nice like diamond earrings, gold chain, they've got you covered. Check out the Jewelry Center. Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or in Mequon.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We do have eastbound 94 with right just past Moreland Road, left shoulder is blocked with a broken down vehicle. Now that is making for a bit of a backup coming in from just before Calhoun, so be careful with that. More backups then from 70th Street through to 35th. Westbound side backing up from 35th Street to Holly Road. Southbound on 41, watch for backups from about Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Northbound from Mayfair Road up to Capitol Drive as well. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies, very warm, high of 86. Tonight, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 64. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
People hear Horicon Bank and they think local instantaneously.
Over the years, was able to help them in their later years when they needed some care. So I would say that was cradle to grave experience for me.
We encounter precious moments like this all the time. We have a trust administration department that can help.
Our motto is together as a bank and as an organization, and then doing good.
There's amazing success stories of small business entrepreneurs who now are multi-million-dollar companies.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at KesslersDiamonds.com.
ACS Group has business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. ACS Group's IT manager, Mark Reinhardt.
I feel James Imaging Systems, being local, I get to meet the people, see the people. They come in and find out what our needs are, and they're just great folks.
Great folks who partner with you and your business.
Absolutely. I categorize James Imaging Systems as a partner because they come in, again, sit down, understand our needs, listen to what things are bothering us, obstacles that we have, and they help bring us really cost-effective solutions.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and business technology expertise to help your business do business better.
That's huge for me and keeps us running smoothly, and we're able to focus on other things for this business.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
On a day-to-day basis, are we more good or more meh?
Why do you want to drag me in with what you and Chewy do?
Are you trying to act like you bring us up? You, elevate?
Unequivocally.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Back here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, do you guys remember when I told you about my Bryce Terang World Baseball Classic jersey snafu with Fanatics?
I mean, it wasn't a snafu as much as you gave them money and they didn't give you a jersey, right?
Feels like a snafu to me. I mean, we had an agreement, I thought. So during the World Baseball Classic, obviously Bryce Terang is raking for the United States. And so I ordered in March, I think it was March 13th, something like that, a Bryce Terang USA jersey. Thought this is going to be badass. I'm going to wear it at AmFam, And Memorial Day rolls around, and I'm thinking to myself, where the hell is that Bryce Terang jersey that I ordered? So I check my email, and sure enough, it's still processing, right? So I tweeted out on Memorial Day. I was like, this is clown show stuff, right? To order a Bryce Terang jersey in March and still not have it at the end of May. Well, Fanatics wrote back to me and was like, hey, Jen, we'd love to help.
Sure they would.
Give me your order number, boppity, boppity, bop. So I give them the order number, and sure enough, guys, 2 days later, what lands on my front porch but a Bryce Terang USA World Baseball Classic jersey? So it's all right, good, we got the jersey. I showed Chase. I was like, look, we got the jersey. We were like, yay, we got the jersey, right? I bring this up today because I just got a notification from Fanatics that says, good news, your package is on its way. Am I getting another Bryce Terang USA jersey? Because it says it will be here tomorrow.
Does it have a separate tracking number? Then did they give you another tracking number for the jersey that showed up?
No, I don't think so.
I have definitely I've received packages before, and then, hey, it's on the way. No, I already have it.
Okay,
so
but then
the
you haven't
system's
gotten
just
the second.
Correct.
You didn't get okay. Josh, do you think I'm getting a second Bryce Terang jersey?
With the ineptitude and incompetence that is involved with Fanatics and everything they do, you might get 4 jerseys.
Could be an Aaron Judge jersey.
Yeah, you never know. You might have the wrong name on the back. It might be a Jackson Churio USA jersey with Bryce Trank's number on it. There are endless possibilities when it comes to
Ohtani, USA
when it comes to that company and their practices and their business practices. You could get literally anything.
The possibilities are endless.
You could get a Vegas Golden Knights jersey. Who knows?
Do you keep it?
Well, that's
Yeah.
my next question to you was.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely.
I still got screwed over by Amazon. I'm still looking for payback. Of course, you keep it.
The only person.
When it comes to Fanatics, yes. Anything they ship you, you just keep.
Yeah, I don't care if you rip off Amazon either, but Amazon just lets me keep stuff I want to return. Hey, not worth our time. Just keep it.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, hey, how about we give you this much money to keep it? Have you ever gotten that one where it's like, we'll give you a refund of $11? You're like, what the hell? But you can keep it.
Somehow Chewy's the only one getting ripped off by Amazon.
All right, next layer. If I keep it, do I sell it?
Sure.
Yeah. $218. I got the receipt right here. It just popped up.
What size?
A gift.
What size is it?
I'm a small person. It's a medium. Or were you thinking you might want it, or
might be able to put it on one arm?
Angie's a medium.
Oh. All right. Chewy's trying to decide if he needs it. Mother's Day passed. Yep. Mm-hmm. When's her birthday?
Okay. What's the code to?
Maybe don't say that out loud on the radio. Good grief.
The code
I don't know what your wife's birthday
Son
is
of
the
a
code
biscuit.
to, but
I got a lot of codes
as long as
now.
it's not your bank account, I suppose we're okay. But if
I
it's
don't have a bank
if it's the
account.
garage
Wow.
code, that's still troublesome for you. I love that Chewy's like, you're gonna give me this jersey, and I'm gonna give it to my wife as some sort of gift.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
All right, so
The name could be upside down. Have you seen those? That's been a popular one recently.
I haven't seen that.
People have been getting jerseys from Fanatics where the nameplate is upside down on jerseys.
See, the problem is I wanted to give Fanatics the benefit of the doubt when they tried to rectify the problem, right? But then I was like, are they only rectifying it because they recognize that I'm Jen Latta from ESPN and I tweeted it out and it got thousands of, what do they call it?
Impressions?
Impressions, yeah. Interactions, impressions, and whatnot. Do they do that for just,
The mistake
everybody?
you made was giving Fanatics the benefit of the doubt. What has Fanatics done to earn any of that benefit? They have not done anything ever since they took over every contract for every sports league. They have constantly and consistently let people down.
Well, I don't know. The see-through baseball pants were kind of nice at one point.
For you, sure.
Yeah, and many women baseball fans, okay?
For
I don't
others?
speak
For others?
all women baseball fans, but there was a moment there like, yeah, all right. Way to give us
They
something
can't do
there,
that for
Fanatics.
soccer for us, Even the playing field. I mean, come on, Gabe, right?
I'm just saying, like we were all fans, Chew.
Yeah.
Carl says I should raffle it and give the money to charity if I get it. That's not a bad idea.
You can always do that.
Raffle it up. Maybe we throw the proceeds to the MAC Fund.
There you
Maybe
go.
we
You know
get
what?
Bryce Terang to sign it.
Give
with
it to
some of our-
Marty. Give
Yeah?
it to Marty.
Uh-huh.
Marty will get it signed.
Marty will get it signed, and then we can auction it off for
Yeah.
the MAC Fund and put it towards Gabe's fundraising efforts every
There
year.
you go.
All right, well,
Great
look at
idea.
that. We put our brains together. We came up with a solution if, in fact, I get another jersey from Fanatics.
To say we have to condition that pretty clearly if it happens. You might not get a Bryce Trang jersey.
I
You might have
want
to
that
mail
to
it to
happen.
Craig Counsell. It could be Nico Horner.
I want to make this perfectly clear. I want this to happen. That is my top choice. But my second choice is a jersey from a Cuban baseball player
What
that
about
you don't
PCA?
even know.
What if we get PCA all of a sudden? Might be a way to turn that into something as well. All right, more Jen, Gabe, and Chewy after this. Stick around.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the enemy. Beige walls, faded graphics, that motivational poster no one reads.
That's not culture, that's camouflage.
Captivate designs and builds spaces that don't whisper, they speak. They spark conversations, people lean in.
Stop blending in and start captivating today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Okay, team. Huddle up.
Why are you dressed like a hockey player?
Because America's energy security is on thin ice. We're facing an overburdened electric grid, rising fuel costs, and severe weather. But here's your power play. Propane. It's affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy, even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed.
Mamma mia!
Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a legendary group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 5th through the 7th with an exciting team competition at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Little Big Town with special guests Randy Houser and May Estes. Friday, June 5th at Breeze Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Is it against the law to be a moron or no?
The law.
Not yet.
I texted this to Jen earlier. The law does protect some people from things that are called an attractive nuisance.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Yeah, you know we're talking about beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you to it because it's been one of my favorite things ever since Yuengling came to Wisconsin. Yuengling, it's the oldest brewery in America. A real American beer. Smooth, rich, finally here in Wisconsin. I'm so excited. You should be as well. Grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated. By drinking it. Tailgates, backyard barbecues, fishing trips, ball games. Yuengling Lager belongs wherever Americans come together, and it's been brewed with pride since 1829. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. D.G. Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
We talked to Adam Schefter about this earlier this morning, and if you missed that conversation, you can, of course, find it on ESPN Wisconsin's app. Of course, our podcast will drop later today as well if you want to hear from Adam Schefter. But you did ask him, Gabe, about Josh Sweat. Yesterday, Ian Rappaport had the report that he is not being moved. I will say this surprised me a little bit that Arizona is digging in its heels. Do you believe them?
I think he'll eventually be moved. I don't know if it's to the Packers, but if he wants out bad enough, they're in a complete rebuild. Jacoby Brissett is holding out right now. They got to tear that thing down to the studs, and a 29-year-old who's had knee issues in his past, probably doesn't fit with the window that you're looking for in terms of winning football games in the future. You know you're not going to be good this year. You just hired a new coach. So I think at some point before the season begins, they end up trading him.
But would you deliver it to your brother? My guess is they're both pretty competitive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Packers ultimately are the team that acquires him. I think he's on the move, but I don't think it's to Green Bay.
Especially when Adam said 2/3. That ain't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do that.
Mm-hmm.
No chance. So.
Well, it's funny because didn't Ian Rappaport mention the Packers specifically? So that's clearly where most of the noise was, right? Was that the Packers, obviously missing Micah Parsons for the beginning of the season, would be in need of a pass rush. I do see Chicago as a team that is also maybe kicking the tires or maybe interested in the Josh Sweat sweepstakes. But to your point, it does feel like Arizona has to figure out what are the key components, what are the key pieces that they want to build around, and is, to your point, a 29-year-old pass rusher one of those guys? Or can you get more assets elsewhere, maybe grab, like you said, some picks to continue building this roster to a point where you can compete?
I think the greatest folly we all as sports fans commit is assumption of rational team building and rational operation. The Arizona Cardinals are where they are because they don't know what they're doing and they're bad at it. I do think there's a potential this is just posturing and we're trying to drive up the value. We think we should be getting Jonathan Grenard, and we got less than that. So if we sort of tell everyone, hey, he's not being moved, maybe some better offers come in. But he's just as likely to stay there because they're the Arizona Cardinals. They're bad. They don't run a good operation. They don't know what they're doing. So both options are equally as possible to me, and I don't think I would make a big deal out of him staying and be like, yeah, well, that's what the Cardinals do.
But would you argue that having a new coach there, hopefully, now again, we're not saying that LaFleur has all of the control, but would you hope that he could kind of infuse that new blood and say, this is why you've been bad. The decisions you've made is a reason why you're bad. Let's flip this sucker on its head and maybe trade away a player that in the past your gut would have told you to keep.
He could be an idiot too. I don't know anything about him. You'd hope so, but you never know.
But to Josh's point, a lot of new head coaches have been dumb.
Yeah.
Get fired pretty quickly.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Across the league.
But they have a development problem, too, with their coaches because we all thought Marvin Harrison Jr. would be the next Calvin Johnson, and he's kind of been a disappointment.
Kind of.
Right?
He has. You can go on full-on disappointment there.
He's a disappointment?
Full-on disappointment.
Closer to a bust.
Yeah.
He's trending in that direction.
Yes.
I mean, it's hard to say that 2 years in, but he is trending in that direction.
By Michael Wilson.
It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not
so
great.
they've been bad front office and bad with their coaching decisions as well. So who knows? Who cares?
I mean, if he comes to the Packers, I care.
Who cares?
Take advantage of the idiots, Chew.
We need another Jerry Jones.
We need another break. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on. Stick around.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this.
Beecher up and over the high-rise bridge. More delays from Kilbourne up towards Locust. Westbound 894, we've got delays out of the Mitchell all the way to about 68th Street. The eastbound side's backed up just a bit from 84th Street past Loomis. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies, very warm, high of 86. Tonight, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 64. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. For custom apparel that helps your team, business, or event stand out, choose Big Frog. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stop buying barbecue rubs that all taste the same.
Most are loaded with sugar, fillers, and shortcuts.
Burn Pit BBQ is not.
We're a veteran-owned company right here in Wisconsin, built on doing things the right way, no shortcuts, no nonsense.
Just premium seasonings that deliver real flavor every time you fire up the grill.
Whether it's a quick dinner or feeding the whole crew, Burn Pit BBQ gives you confidence to get it right.
Burn Pit BBQ, grill with confidence.
Find us at burnpitbbq.com and now at select Walmart locations.
That's burnpitbbq.com.
For over 40 years, we've been transforming how homeowners live. Mike Wood here from Callan. From kitchens and bathrooms to windows and doors, our design build team delivers a seamless experience, from first ideas to final installation. Now, experience it for yourself. Our new Delafield Design Center is open, located right off Highway 83. Step into new possibilities and get inspired. Start your journey today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan, design, build, live.
Get your green and gold off-season fix right here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
I mentioned the Bears just a few moments ago when we were talking about Josh Sweat, a team that still is in need of a pass rusher. So the Bears were also a fan base that was disappointed by the revelation by Ian Rappaport yesterday that Josh Sweat would not be on the move. I cannot believe what our guy Keyshawn Nixon said yesterday about the Bears-Packers rivalry. Now, I know, Joshy, this is a video. So I know we're going to have to play the video. Look, you got me the thumbs up. All right. Whew, we're already learning from our mistakes from the first hour of the show. Take a listen to what CB1, Keyshawn Nixon, had to say about the Bears-Packers rivalry.
Is that good for the rivalry? Do you hate them?
They hate us more than we hate them. We've been worried about other teams, you know. We worry about them now, though. They're definitely a good football team. They coach well. They play hard. But our process is not the Chicago Bears. That's not our Super Bowl. Our process is to win the North first. So the way we do that, we got to beat them anyway. It's just like Detroit and Minnesota. So our division is going to be up for grabs regardless because of the amount of talent that's in our division, just like the NFC West. I think the NFC is just the more loaded side. So the Bears is not like our thought process of the offseason. Like, who cares?
Chew?
I think that's considered bulletin board material.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah. Just. You think that's coming from the top, though, the attitude?
Well, I think it's one of those things that's true. You just don't say it out loud, right?
Yeah.
Because every coach, and again, the Bears have had a lot more coaches over the last 20 years that have been hired. Every coach that's been hired by the Bears, we got to beat the Packers. We got to beat the Packers. Every Packers coach is like, well, we got to win the North. And, yeah, that includes the Bears, but it's not like they're calling out the Bears specifically.
Was it never more apparent than the final two games that the Packers played against the Chicago Bears that one team hated the other more than the Bears clearly hated the Packers more. They beat your ass and they embarrassed you. They made a joke of it. They were shredding cheese. Their coach did the blow by. It's very clear they hate you more, and that clearly motivates them to a degree that it just doesn't in Green Bay anymore.
Right, but to the point that was made here is, sure, all of that can be true. I'm not sure that you say it out loud.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
not
part.
sure that you, like Chewy said, this to me feels like bulletin board material. This to me feels like, oh, yeah, Packers? Well, while you were too busy worrying about the NFC North and, we were over here, trying to beat you.
Right, but the big thing I'm getting at here is they hated you more, they played like it, then they won the division. They did all the stuff necessary while you guys were worried about other people.
So I guess my question to you is, do you think that was the right mindset for the Bears? Because, it clearly worked.
No, I'm saying it's not the right mindset for the Packers. They need to hate that team. That team's gunning for them. They're talking about you all the time.
Yeah, but the goal's bigger than the Bears. You know what I'm saying? I guess because, I'm sure, Chewy, you guys hated the Cowboys more. Like the Bears,
we did,
the Bears have hated the Packers more for years.
I know, but you could feel the vibe of the fans because the fans, and the fans still do hate Chicago. So it's just, I think LaFleur does a bad job at Media 101 because I was even looking yesterday where Michael Parsons told the media that he has a package where he's going to be in the backfield. Now, why in God's green earth would you let that out during the offseason?
I mean, my ask was, why on God's green earth is Micah Parsons lining up in the backfield as he's recovering from an ACL injury? But what do I know?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I just think he does a poor job of it on coaching these guys up on how to deal with the media. Because Holmgren would, especially for a big game like San Francisco, I don't want to hear anything stupid. And if you did, then you get called in.
It feels to me like Keyshawn Nixon was trying to thread the needle of John Hamm in Mad Men. I almost said Mad Max. I don't think about you at all.
Interesting.
Like it almost seems like he was trying to thread that needle of they're thinking about us all the time. They've got us in the middle of the bullseye. They've got their sights set on us because they know that beating us means a lot because the Packers had a lot of success for decades with Favre and Rodgers, et cetera, under center. But I feel like it maybe missed the mark. I feel like it wasn't we don't think about you at all. Instead, it was kind of like beating us is your Super Bowl. We're thinking about the actual Super Bowl, and that's where I think the bulletin board material comes into play. Am I wrong on that interpretation?
Yeah, I also think you just missed the mark because you're no longer the better than them. Yeah. They've beat you more than you've beat them recently. They have the upper hand.
My question to you is, Joshy, do you really think that hate is the path to that success? Or do you think it only worked for the Bears because of the past history and the way this thing had gone down for so long and their ineptitude in building rosters and they had, bad people in management and all of the reasons that we know the Bears have been historically bad when it comes to the Packers? They've made some changes. They've obviously flipped some things around. And all of a sudden, I don't know if it's hate that is contributing to them beating the Packers so much as changes structurally to the organization.
I don't think the Seahawks won the Super Bowl because of hate.
But I can tell you this, we hated Minnesota the most when I played because they gave us the most fits. I mean, we were beating Detroit mostly
pretty
all
regularly.
The time. We were beating to Chicago mostly all the time. We hated Minnesota, and they hated us because it was the two best in the division going head-to-head. To tell you the truth, they should hate everyone in this division because they've been losing to them. So it's just a stupid thing to say. I mean, in the end game, does it really matter? The only time it matters, Joshy, is if they lose again.
Right. And the larger point here for me is while the Packers were doing we're better than this and we're better than hating you and we've got better goals on, they're getting surpassed by other teams. And the team that happens on the field that plays every week under Matt LaFleur certainly looks like a team that tries to be better than it while they lose. They have the attitude of, we're better than this, we're not going to engage in this stuff, and they play like it. They don't have an edge. They've never had an edge under Matt LaFleur, and they play like it. And I think that affects them week in and week out on the field.
But it's interesting that Keyshawn Nixon is the messenger of this whole thing because Keyshawn Nixon is the guy that you could argue probably needs to rein it in when he's on the field. Because maybe the way he plays is his quote-unquote edge, and yet it's putting the team in compromising positions because of all the penalties that he incurs.
But he's just echoing the way LaFleur acts, I'm sorry, Ben Johnson's in your grill. Well, I'm going to take the Mike Brady high road and try to reason with him when I'm at, the coach's seminar,
Ben Johnson showed up.
Didn't realize Mike Brady had an acumen as a football coach.
Ben Johnson showed up, hung Matt LaFleur by his underwear in a locker, and embarrassed him. Took his lunch money.
Yeah.
What's interesting that I don't know if anybody has noted is that Joshy and Chewy are in lockstep on this one, man.
We're dialed
They
in
are
today.
just the same
Buds.
mindset, which apparently is, and I'm paraphrasing here, you guys think that Matt LaFleur has not done a good job of setting the tone for this team when it comes to these types of games.
Yes.
And Jen, I can explain the snafus at the very, very beginning of the show. We're all watching Widow's Bay, and we're all pretty much at the same point. That flipping thing is weird. Am I right?
I love it so much.
It's good, though.
I laughed my ass off during the show.
It's so bad that it's so good.
I don't even
And
know
I'm a
what you
big
guys are
haunted
talking
guy.
about.
I'm big on haunted.
Good.
So.
It's
it's just straight up good.
I don't.
You
What,
think
what is
so?
this?
Oh my God,
This
yeah.
is a show with Matthew Reese.
The characters are intentionally awkward, Chew. That's the point.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the casting of the kid wasn't good.
What vehicle is this
The guy
on?
that comes back is kind of eh. I don't know.
I did not
It's
see
great.
Keyshawn Nixon talking about the Bears-Packers rivalry weaving into Widow's Bay. But here we
No,
are.
the beginning of the show where it was all jagged up and the intro was playing and this and Shefty couldn't hear.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah. Oh, you're saying
It's
that
haunted.
the beginning of the
It's,
show.
You
oh,
know,
we're-
the Fister's starting to creep its way over to whatever street we're on here, Gabe, Wisconsin.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just making its way down Wisconsin Ave.
I love it. Love it.
You're hilarious. All right, we got to get to top 8 at 8 here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and still a lot of stuff to get to. We are running out of time. If you're chasing big jackpots and nonstop excitement, you know the place to be, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Fast payouts. You never miss out on a jackpot. 2,600 slot machines. You know that San Juan song? I heard it the other day, and it gets stuck in your head, and they're like, slot machines at the bus station. You want slot machines? Just go down to Potawatomi Casino. Play with any denomination, 1 cent all the way up to $100. Whether you enjoy classic reels or the latest interactive games, there is always something new to discover at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Silver Spring down past Locust. Northbound's backing up from Kilbourne up to North Avenue. Southbound 41 heavy from Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. Northbound from North Avenue up past Burleigh. Westbound 94, you've got some delays from 27th Street to about Hawley Road. And then you're back on the brakes just west of the county line all the way past Moreland Road. On the eastbound side, we've got some backups from 76th Street all the way to 35th. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies, very warm, high of 86. Tonight, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 64. Weather is brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts from single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit BadgerlandJunk.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your road to the ESPN Milwaukee Open starts with one lucky phone call. Listen to On the Tee Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee for your chance to qualify. 10 listeners will each receive a randomly assigned golfer in the Memorial Tournament, and the highest finish wins the grand prize twosome.
Thanks to Delzer, a division of Proof, The Bog, Marquette Athletics, Tony Wendorf and Associates, Events by Design, Boucher Automotive, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Loyal Family Renovations, Gruber Law Offices, and Siding Unlimited.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Navigating today's complex market takes more than a bank. It takes a strategic partner. Fifth Third Bank helps businesses manage risk and solve financial challenges with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. With 167 years of experience and nearly 20 years serving Milwaukee, Fifth Third delivers solutions like commercial payments, capital structure optimization, and risk mitigation. Big enough for sophisticated solutions, local enough to make decisions that matter. Connect with the Fifth Third Milwaukee team today. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
People are
For
optimists.
the past 4 days, my hand has been itching like mad. That means I'm going to get money.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Sushi is more than a meal, it's an art form, and now you're invited to create it. St. Kate the Arts Hotel presents Studio Sessions, The Art of the Roll, an intimate, hands-on evening inside the studio kitchen and cocktails where guests are welcomed with a complimentary cocktail, wine, beer, or sake, then guided through crafting 3 stunning sushi rolls from the very first fold to the final cut. This is culinary artistry made personal. Reserve your evening at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork. You pie. Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach. Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken.
Show me chicken.
Top 8 at 8 is brought to you by Burn Pit BBQ. Premium rubs, sauces, and seasonings.
What do we got, Gabe?
Well, we got Burn Pit Barbecue available at Walmart, online, burnpitbbq.com. Step up your grill game with Burn Pit BBQ.
You got the gloves,
I figured as long as Chewy left his gloves here, during the segment, during Top 8 at 8, we'll throw the Burn Pit gloves on. Can't wait to actually use these things this summer. All right, so All-Star voting is now open in Major League Baseball. Of course, the Brewers pushing for a number of different All-Stars for the Midsummer Classic coming up in just a little over a month. So the list of 8 things that I have, Jen and Chew, you guys guess back and forth. Once you each get one incorrect, we open it up to the fans at 800-990-3776. And whoever gets the last one on the list wins that prize pack courtesy of Burn Pit Barbecue. I am looking for the last 8 Brewers who actually appeared in an All-Star game. The last 8 Brewers to appear in an All-Star game.
Well, The Miz appeared in last year's All-Star game.
That is correct. Number 2 on the list.
Steady Freddie.
Freddie Peralta's number 8. He appeared in an All-Star game back in 2021.
Whoa.
Trevor McGill was in last year's All-Star game.
That is correct. Number 1 on the list.
I just remember because he and Pat McAfee met at the All-Star game and started their friendship. And then Trevor was on his show a couple of times. Like, that was the impetus for that friendship.
Willie Adames?
Willie Adames never appeared in an All-Star game for your Milwaukee Brewers.
Corbin Burns.
Corbin Burns pitched in 2021. Number 6 on the list.
Oh, okay.
Started the game in 2021.
So
pitched 2 innings.
We have 1 and 2, right?
Correct. 1 and 2. And then 6 and 8. And both 6 and 8 were in 2021.
Wow. Okay. So we gotta fill in the gap here. You got one, Shu?
Yeah. I am out.
Okay, hold on. I mean, again, I gotta fill in the gap. How about William Contreras?
Wild Bill, he played in the 2024 game.
Was he a starter that year?
He was.
Yeah. There's another starter that year, wasn't there?
I believe so, yes.
2024 that was?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh. Okay. How about Josh Hader?
Josh Hader is not on the list.
Darn it!
Interesting that Josh said, hey, there might be another starter, and you went to a closer, but,
Another starter? I thought he meant starter of the... Oh,
yeah, and you guessed a pitcher. I mean, either way, you guessed a pitcher when Josh was trying to hint at a position player.
I didn't realize that's what he was doing, hinting at a position player. 800-990-3776. If you want to play top 8 at 8, go ahead and tell us who we have on the list of the last 8 All-Stars who actually played in the All-Star game.
Yeah, so the last 8 Brewers to appear in the All-Star game, Trevor McGill and The Miz both in 2025, Wild Bill in 2024. He is number 3 on the list. Corbin Burns started in 2021. Freddie Peralta also appeared in the game in 2021. Corbin is number 6 on the list. Freddie, number 8. So you guys got 5 of the 8.
That's not bad. We'll go out to the phone lines now. John in Milwaukee. We got 2 Johns on the line to start the show. John in Milwaukee, you're up first on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
I hope so. How about Christian Yelich?
Yelly was that guy in 2024 that Josh was hinting at. He is number 4 on the list.
Devin Williams.
Devin Williams appeared in the 2022 Midsummer Classic, leaving just number 7.
Josh Hader.
No, Josh Hader. Jen
I already guessed that. So.
incorrectly guessed Josh Hader.
Oops, I hung up on him.
It's tough. It's tough.
Does Devin Williams still stink?
He's been better, but he hasn't been good.
Okay.
Since signing with the Mets.
Let's go out to the other John. John and Racine, you're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list? Just one person remaining.
Yeah. Do you mind resetting the list real quick?
All right. So the last 8 Brewers to appear in an All-Star game. Trevor McGill and The Miz last year. William Contreras, Christian Yelich in 2024. Devin Williams in 2022. And then Corbin Burns is number 6. He started the All-Star game in 2021. Freddie Peralta came in relief in 2021. He is number 8 on the list.
Oh.
Need a guess. 3. 2.
I don't have one.
All right.
Let's go out to Justin in St. Francis. You're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
We'll give it a shot. My guesses were taken, but I'm going to go, it's probably wrong, but I'm going to go Bryce Terang.
Bryce Terang is incorrect. Bryce Terang is yet to make an All-Star game, although I think he's got a pretty good chance this year.
Very good point. Josh in Milwaukee. You're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
He must have dropped. But we do have John in Milwaukee back.
All right.
John in Milwaukee is back.
Got a chance to close it out, John.
All right. Brandon Woodruff.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
800-990-3776, looking for the last 8 Brewers to make an appearance in the All-Star game. We only have one guess left, one spot left. 800-990-3776. Go ahead and reset the list one time for me, Gabe.
All right, so Trevor McGill and The Miz pitched in last year's All-Star game. William Contreras and Christian Yelich appeared in 2024. Devin Williams in 2022. And then Corbin Burns in 2021 is 6. Freddie Peralta also in 2021 is number 8, leaving just number 7.
Is this a tough one?
Yeah.
Very.
Joe in New Berlin, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Was it Omar Narvaez?
Omar Narvaez, a Brewers catcher, making the All-Star game in 2021, his lone All-Star appearance in his Major League Baseball career.
Congratulations, Joe. You're our big winner this morning on Top 8 at 8 and just in the nick of time. Thank you very much. I do like those gloves. You want to do the rest of the show with your burn pit gloves on?
No, because get a little warm. Hands get a little warm in these things. Because, again, they're supposed to protect you from the heat, so you
They
just
look good with the yellow.
Yeah, you think?
Maybe you could wear them up to a Packers game.
I bet they would be really good for a Packers game. Really good for a Packers game.
I love, by the way, I'm a huge fan of the gloves for taking stuff out of the oven.
Oh, yeah.
Or moving stuff on the grill. I'll even use those gloves to flip chicken on the grill or flip, you know what I mean? Like just reach your hand right in there. And now that is not advice. I'm not telling other people to do that. I'm just saying that's what
That's
works
the way you do
for
it.
me, right? I don't need a lawsuit. I listened to Jen Game and Chewy.
Jen
She
told me I could do
stuck
it.
her hand on the grill and it didn't work out so well for me. All right, we'll take a break. Jen Game and Chewy rolls on after this. Remember, our Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. Refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43, a little tight south of Brown Deer Road. South of Good Hope Road to Bender Road, and then back on the brakes from just before Hampton all the way to about Locust. Northbound 4394, still slow around the Plainfield curve up past the KK River crossing, and again from Beecher to the base of the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, backing up from 35th Street to Hawley Road and just west of the county line to Sunny Slope. Eastbound backing up from 84th Street to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies, very warm, high of 86. Tonight, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 64. Weather's brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts. From single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit BadgerlandJunk.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga.
Meet Keith. He runs a 30-acre ranch. 8 years ago, his knees started giving out.
Climbing a ladder was almost impossible. If I could get down, I have to have something next to me to get up.
Keith's wife had a knee replacement. The recovery was hard and the results, not great. Keith wanted another way.
I won't go under the knife because I believe the body can do whatever it needs to do to heal itself.
Surgery wasn't the answer. QC Kinetics was. They're regenerative treatments. No surgery, no long recovery.
After the first one, the inflammation dropped 90%. Today, my knees are just amazing. I could not do what I've done if I had not gotten treatments to QC Kinetics. I just pray that my physical model continues to go and help other people.
Maybe that's you. Tired of dealing with the joint pain? Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
The cooler's packed, the sun is shining. The only thing left to do? Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Refreshing, ready to drink, and packed with bold citrus flavor, Carbless is the ultimate upgrade for every summer adventure, from dock days to bonfire nights. No mixing, no hassle. Just crack it open and enjoy the moment. This summer, trade the stress for zest. Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Carbless. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of tranquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
But remember he said his birthday?
Yeah.
Maybe we get a little freaky.
Yeah. Like and everyone's like, oh, look at our horny little boy. Good for him. Like, everybody's so supportive of Giannis, they just kind of look past it.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, guys, remember the way you felt when you were 25? Those early morning workouts, they were a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before that first cup of coffee. But now fast forward to today. Do you feel like you're losing that edge? Might not be your age. That's what I thought it was. For me, and could be for you as well, it could be low testosterone. And that's where Mentality comes in. They start with a comprehensive 100-point blood panel to help get to the bottom of what's really going on. Then they build a personalized treatment plan using testosterone replacement therapy and targeted peptide therapy to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. In fact, 94% of men report renewed energy and focus within 60 days. And just so you know, again, I've been using these guys for years. It's not some new trendy off-the-shelf solution of the month. Mentality, all about real medicine. While they can't actually make you 25 again, Mentality can get you back to feeling like that guy you used to be. Schedule your appointment with Mentality today. LowTUSA.com. That's LowTUSA.com.
The NBA Finals, of course, underway. Knicks got the game last night, and Gabe was telling me Wemby did not play well, but you think that San Antonio will end up winning this thing in the end?
I do. I think that ultimately they're the better team.
Gut reaction. Of course, the NBA Finals means that we are quickly approaching the trade deadline in the NBA. I believe we are less than 3 weeks away from the deadline that the Milwaukee Bucks owner Jimmy Haslam set, talking about the Giannis Antetokounmpo situation. So all signs right now are pointing towards a trade. In fact, Jim Owczarski was on the podcast yesterday. What was the name of that podcast, guys? Point Forward? Yep. Here's what he had to say about what he's hearing surrounding Giannis Antetokounmpo potentially being traded.
There's no new news, JR, so as we record this, I think it's important to kind of put out a disclaimer here. I'm not reporting anything, but the quiet is eerie. And what I mean by that is that means something's happening.
Ooh, you think so? Okay.
Yeah, and that's just informed, that's just being on the beat for 6 years. That's how John Horst operates. Drew Holiday appeared out of thin air. Damian Lillard appeared out of thin air. Trading Giannis Antetokounmpo is not something that is going to be leaked and sort of breadcrumbed out in public.
Jim Owczarski, one of the guys who has been covering the Bucks, following the beat for a very long time, as plugged in as anybody who covers this stuff. Chewy, do you agree with his assessment that if he's not hearing anything, something is afoot? They are in the process of trying to get this thing done.
Yeah, just based upon the two players he mentioned before Giannis. Is it OKC? Is that a good deal?
I don't think OKC is one of the teams that, certainly the Athletic put together a list of teams that they think have put together packages. Celtics are on the list. Heat are on that list. I see the Magic on the list. I did not see OKC on that list.
Yeah, and in the article that you're referencing, Jen, they said everything could kind of change. It's still pretty fresh for OKC, and the Thunder could get involved. But they were also focusing on Eastern Conference teams since that has been Giannis's preference, and that is kind of the thought process that he is going to stay in the East. Now, again, that changes if OKC decides, Chet Holmgren ain't it. We need to upgrade there, and they decide to use their plethora of picks and some of the young players to go out and get Giannis if they decide they've got a Wemby problem. So,
do you want Jaylen Brown?
I don't think Jaylen Brown would come back here. I think it would be a multiple-team trade where the Bucks would be getting younger players, because Jalen's, again, he's not old, but he's 29, and I think the Bucks are kind of tearing this thing down. I don't think if you're trading Giannis, I think you're kind of riding the thing out until you're done with the Damian Lillard contract, And that's then your next competitive window. Try to get as many young assets leading up to that point, and then hopefully that opens up money where you can spend on outside players as well.
So is this a foregone conclusion at this point, gang? Is this a foregone conclusion that Giannis is gone?
I mean, I still think there's a chance that Giannis looks at the deals that are for him and goes, oh, I can't really compete there. Maybe I just stay here. So I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. I think it's the heavy favorite, but I won't go as far as foregone conclusion.
There is a perception, Gabe, that the relationship is too fractured. That at this point, all of the things that have transpired over the last few years have strained the relationship between the front office and the Antetokounmpo camp, and that there is no coming back from it. You don't think that that's necessarily 100% certain?
You know what always cures that? Money. Bucks can still offer him the most money. They've got a new head coach.
But wouldn't he have taken it by now, Gabe?
Well, he can't. And the Bucks can't offer
but in
it.
principle, you say, yes, I will sign the Supermax.
So the Bucks have to be...
He could simply do that.
But the Bucks have to be careful, Chew, because they have been fined and docked in the past for even hinting that they would offer the Supermax when it's available. Like the NBA came down on them previously, so the Bucks are going to be careful treading those waters publicly, certainly. But again, it all depends what the offers are. Because, again, I look at Miami. Miami's been a team that constantly comes up in this thing. Giannis and Bam, they win in the East. They win in a championship. I wouldn't bet on that. Like, that's not a complete team that's going to be competing for titles. They're going to be fighting for a top, 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. They just wouldn't have enough depth. And that's why, again, OKC becomes interesting to me because they're a team that can actually give you draft picks, give you some young players, and then still have a championship roster left over after they give the Bucks what they want for Giannis. And it gives Giannis what he wants because he's going to be in the heat in the middle of huge playoff pushes in the Western Conference.
What's more important, players or draft picks?
I guess it depends on who the players are.
Yeah. I mean, because it also depends on where the draft picks are coming from, right? And how you kind of stagger the picks. Like, if you get the 28th pick in this year's draft and you think the team that you're trading them to is going to be really good and it's going to be a 27th pick and, well, those picks aren't worth quite as much, right? So then you got to make sure you get some young players that you think you might be able to build around.
I wonder if other people feel this way, but it has occurred to me as I've watched this news cycle continue to roll that I do have a growing sadness over this situation. I do feel like oh man, like every time I see something stream across my Twitter feed or I see something on Instagram or our friends over at The Athletic put an article like this together or Jim Ozarski mentions what he mentions, I feel a little bit sadder about the way that this is all shaken out. I understand it's a business. I understand that it's not a fairy tale and you can't, write the perfect Hollywood ending or anything like that. Darn. I've seen the writing on the wall. We've been following this. We sort of know how it has developed. I know that there have been conflicting reports and whatnot, but for the most part, I think we've been pretty plugged in to how this thing is shaking out. And there's still a part of me as a basketball fan, as a Giannis fan, as somebody who wanted to see this thing resolve itself that is sad as we get a little bit closer to that trade deadline. Anybody else? Anybody else feeling like...
Is it because he can still play, and with Favre he was at the end, and Rodgers he was at the end? Is it more of a Prince Fielder?
I think it's like
not as big.
All of it. Prince Fielder is a good comp for me, honestly. Like, good guy, loved the city, magnetic personality. Like all of those things, the relevancy that Giannis sort of brought to the Bucks and brought to the city of Milwaukee. I think there's all of that. And I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying to exaggerate here, but I think there will be a mourning period for Bucks fans when this thing is all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, he's the greatest athlete in Milwaukee in my lifetime. And quite possibly of all time. Because he brought a championship. He's got the 2 MVPs. Like, when we're talking about Milwaukee-specific athletes, like, nobody's going to be able to match his resume, and it's coming to an end. Like, he's going to come back, and it's going to be fun, just like it was for Brett, just like it will be for Aaron. We'll probably have a Giannis statue out there in front of Fiserv Forum after he retires. But, yeah, it's sad to see somebody that good go.
Right? I know it won't be the same, but at the end of his career, I'll be like, eh.
Oh, yeah. Like, he'll come back
Maybe
for all the things.
I'll finish up 3 years in Milwaukee. he may be back.
He'll come back for a statue. That's what we're back for.
Yeah, that's just like Brett came back for the Packers Hall of Fame and the unveiling of his name up on the facade when they retired his number. I mean, Giannis will do all of them because they'll retire 34 and do all that thing, all those stuff. But yeah, it's sad.
Josh Amaggio here from Milwaukee. Weight loss. Summer has a way of making you want to feel good in your own skin again. Maybe it's pulling out the summer clothes, planning vacations, or just wanting more confidence and energy day to day. I knew it was finally time to do something for myself, not just talk about it. That's why I'm on that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. I was ready for more than quick fixes. I wanted something that actually worked and lasted. I'm feeling lighter and more energized, back to enjoying foods I love while creating healthier habits that actually fit my life. It's a doctor-developed, doctor-supervised program designed to help people lose weight safely and naturally keep it off. Some patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. For a limited time now, you can get $200 off with the Milwaukee Weight Loss Summer Special. That's $200 off. Book your free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Or give them a call at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980. Summer is here, and there's never been a better time to feel confident, comfortable, and healthy again. Tell them that Homer or Josh from ESPN Milwaukee sent you.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Shop the Pig! Homer here, and I'm broadcasting live at the brand new Bayview Piggly Wiggly on Oklahoma Avenue this Friday. The Pig has a total new look with wider aisles, fresh produce, premium meats, bakery smells that should probably be illegal, and grab-and-go options to have you covered. Then on Saturday, enjoy live music, food samples, mascots, kids fun, and Marquette basketball players Nigel James and Adrian Stevens from 1 to 2. Make plans to stop by the Bayview Piggly Wiggly on Oklahoma Avenue. I'll be there Friday, starting at 5. Piggly Wiggly, shop the Pig!
Mark Reinhardt is IT manager at ACS Group. Mark, your company has had business technology from James Imaging Systems for years. Right out of the blocks, would you recommend James to others?
Yes, I've had nothing but a great experience with James Imaging Systems, and I would definitely want to share that with others.
A great experience in what way?
I think it's just a personal touch. They actually listen to our needs, walking our business, and finding out what solutions we need to do our job better.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation, adding up to more bang for your business technology dollar.
Yeah, we are absolutely getting a return on investment on the dollars we're spending with James Imaging Systems.
Mark, safe to say ACS Group is happy?
Very happy with James Imaging Systems. People are smiling.
Put a smile on your face with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Okay, team. Huddle up.
Why are you dressed like a hockey player?
Because America's energy security is on thin ice. We're facing an overburdened electric grid, rising fuel costs, and severe weather. But here's your power play. Propane. It's affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy, even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, everyone who I let try borscht likes it. They don't love it, but it's a liver.
What an endorsement.
This is your
but hold on.
There's your airline, guys. Good luck. I don't even have to talk anymore.
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you're buying or building a new home, Great Midwest Bank will help guide you every step of the way. We have been looking for a lake house, and Great Midwest Bank is handling our mortgage, and it has been so easy. They call it banquility because they give you that tranquility while you're banking. Most importantly, guys, it's local loan officers. From start to finish, you can bank with confidence and see all of their customizable products at greatmidwestbank.com. It's greatmidwestbank.com. All right, we may as well get to this as we wrap up the show. Russell Wilson announced, apparently, that he is going to CBS. We had that conversation with Adam Schefter earlier this morning. And the reaction to the video that he put out was predictable. Russell Wilson is, by a lot of people, guys, considered cringy. He is a punchline. And I am so over it. I am so over everybody always making everything that Russell Wilson does an issue. Can't the guy just live his life? Like, he took the Wisconsin Badgers to the Rose Bowl. He took the Seattle Seahawks to a couple of Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl. All he's ever done is represented the NFL, raised a family. I think the cringiest thing he ever did was when his girlfriend, when he was drafted, made the wild face sitting next to him, and then he eventually divorced her and married Sierra. Like, I know he had the bubble water thing, Gabe, that people gave him a hard time about with the concussions.
Oh, he cures concussions.
I know he had Mr. Unlimited. But beyond that, I think Russell Wilson gets a bad rap by most NFL fans.
No. He's the most disingenuous player I think I've ever seen.
How do you figure?
What do you mean? You listed everything that, again, between the bubble water, the unlimited stuff, the Subway commercial, every time he spoke, it wasn't even worth listening to. Like, if he's anything like he was during his press conferences, he's going to be horrible on television. He's not going to give you any insight or any info. Like, every time he is always doing the fake 2-minute drill because he knows the cameras are around when he was hurt, and he's running up, we got to spike it, because he knows the cameras are on him. He is incredibly disingenuous. I don't know if he's ever done anything genuine when a camera's been pointed in front of him, so that's why me and other people like to make fun of him when he does disingenuous things in front of a camera.
Ditto. Yeah. He's a clown. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because all I care about is if he is a good analyst on TV, but I don't have a lot of confidence there because he is such a douche. Come on. What do you, a 2-minute drill and you're like pointing to people and stuff like that? Dude, get a life.
But what's the worst thing that Russell Wilson has ever done, man? We're talking about a league where you have guys getting arrested. We have a league where guys are doing drugs. We have a league where, guys are doing much worse things than Russell Wilson. Not every guy has to be sarcastic. Not every guy has to be edgy. Not every guy has to have this dark side or have tattoos. Like, he's a God-fearing guy who is raising his family, and he's trying to, do endorsement deals. And, all of that stuff, I feel like we've gotten to a point. And to be honest with you, Chew, I think it's more of a society indictment than a Russell Wilson indictment. I think we as a society can't stand anything that, might be, I guess, what was your point, disingenuous or, who's to say that's not who he is? Who's to say that that's not authentically who Russell Wilson is?
That's fine, but I don't have to like him. I get introduced to people down here all the time, and I'm like, this guy is not my guy. I don't want to hang out with him. He's a tool. Okay? He might not be a tool to you, but he's a tool to me.
I guess
I'm sorry.
I would be shocked.
I just don't want to hang out with you.
I would be shocked if it's not an act. It just seems like an act. And the only thing I ever want is for people to be genuine.
Have you ever met him?
I have, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when you met him, you thought he was being disingenuous? I feel like he's one of those guys who has just gotten such a bad rap, and it was like the snowball rolling down the mountain, just gathering steam, gathering speed, gathering snow. And I just think at this point in his career, people are incapable of saying, like, here's a guy who defied the odds. 6 foot nothing, if he's even 6 foot, played quarterback in the NFL, where we celebrate, 6'4" and barrel-chested and big arm and all of that. And not only did he get to a Super Bowl, but he won a Super Bowl. There's a part of me that thinks, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not going to sit there and go that far. But I just feel like he gets a bad rap. I think there's so much fakeness in the world. And maybe that's your argument, is that he is one of these fake people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that he is more authentic and more genuine than people think. But we're so used to criticizing what we perceive as cringe. I think Russell Wilson has sort of gotten stuck in that hole.
All the reports out of Seattle. I mean, again, like he again, what he did, everything he did in Denver, right? That got him run out of there on a rail.
Teammates didn't like him in Seattle.
Correct, because he had to be babied by his coaches.
Yeah.
Because he had to be protected. So that's and
he shouldn't care. Like, people don't like the three of us or the four of us. Who gives a crap?
Oh, wow. Can't believe you're throwing Joshy into the bus like that. I mean,
look at Joshy. The only reason I said it is he gets beat up on YouTube, don't you, Josh?
Sure
so that was really having your back.
That was. I appreciate
it.
But here's the thing, guys.
This feels weird. You guys have each other's back at the end of the show?
We are some of the realest people ever, right? And people don't like us for being real.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
for being our authentic selves, right? And being vulnerable on the radio and talking about our families and our lives and all that stuff. So how do you win? You curate it just enough where you're palatable. Screw that, man. Wilde and Tasha next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
Southbound on 41, heavy from Good Hope all the way to Capitol Drive, northbound from Mayfair